Emil Bove's confirmation to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit has sent shockwaves through the judicial and political landscape of the United States. In a razor-thin 50-49 Senate vote held late on July 29, the deeply divided upper chamber narrowly approved one of President Donald Trump's most controversial judicial nominees. That this nomination proceeded despite a cascade of whistleblower allegations only underscores the fierce partisanship now embedded in judicial confirmations. The vote broke almost entirely along party lines. Republicans, with the notable exceptions of Senators Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine, rallied behind Bove's confirmation. Democrats, citing serious concerns about Bove's past conduct, stood unified in opposition. But in the end, the Republican majority prevailed, and Bove is poised to take the bench on the powerful Third Circuit Court of Appeals, which oversees federal cases in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Bove is no stranger to controversy. His proximity to Trump, both as a former criminal defense attorney and later as a high-ranking figure in the Department of Justice, has long raised eyebrows. That close affiliation with Trump, coupled with the gravity of the allegations leveled by internal whistleblowers, led many observers to predict a far more contentious path to confirmation than most appellate nominees face. The accusations were damning. According to multiple whistleblowers within the Justice Department, Bove suggested in internal conversations that the Trump administration should consider defying court orders when politically expedient. Such a stance, if true, directly undermines the judiciary's role as a co-equal branch of government. Legal analysts, civil liberties advocates, and constitutional scholars alike decried the implications, warning that confirming a judge with such views could erode public trust in judicial independence. Beyond that, whistleblowers accused Bove of misleading Congress on multiple occasions while testifying before key committees. These weren't isolated incidents or vague insinuations. According to statements submitted under oath, Bove is said to have intentionally obscured facts related to politically sensitive prosecutions and departmental directives that critics allege were driven more by loyalty to the president than adherence to the law. Despite those serious allegations, Republican lawmakers insisted the accusations lacked sufficient corroboration and framed the whistleblower reports as politically motivated attempts to derail an otherwise qualified nominee. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell called Bove a brilliant legal mind and a dedicated public servant, accusing Democrats of weaponizing innuendo to prevent Trump from shaping the federal bench. Democrats, however, were unyielding. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island delivered a fiery floor speech in which he warned that the judiciary risked becoming a subsidiary of the executive branch if judges like Bove continued to be confirmed. Senate Judiciary Committee Chair Dick Durbin of Illinois said the decision to press forward with the nomination in light of the whistleblower complaints was a brazen act of partisan arrogance. The confirmation reignites long-standing concerns about the politicization of the judiciary, particularly under the Trump administration, which appointed a historic number of federal judges during its term. Many of those appointments have been marked by accusations of partisanship, inexperience, or ideological extremism. Bove's confirmation, critics argue, is emblematic of this trend. His rise from Trump's private legal team to one of the highest judicial offices in the land paints a troubling picture for some observers. The move underscores how proximity to power, not just legal expertise, has become a currency in securing lifetime appointments to the federal bench. With this confirmation, Trump's judicial legacy deepens, even as he campaigns for a second, non-consecutive term in the White House. Civil rights organizations have already signaled their intent to closely monitor Bove's rulings. The ACLU released a statement condemning the confirmation and urging vigilance over Bove's tenure, citing his alleged disregard for legal norms while in the Department of Justice. "We will not allow the courts to become tools of authoritarianism," their statement read. "We will hold Judge Bove accountable to the Constitution." Legal scholars, too, are sounding alarms. Professor Melissa Murray of NYU Law School called the confirmation a dark day for judicial independence, adding that Bove's alleged comments about ignoring court orders strike at the very heart of our legal system. Yet others defended Bove's legal record. Former colleagues praised his prosecutorial work, particularly in matters of national security and organized crime. "He's tough, he's smart, and he knows the law," said one former DOJ official who worked alongside Bove. "I don't agree with everything he did, but I respect his intellect." Still, intellect alone was not enough to erase the cloud of controversy. Public opinion remains divided. A recent Pew poll showed declining trust in the neutrality of the federal judiciary, with over 60% of respondents believing that recent court appointments were based more on political loyalty than on qualifications or temperament. For Trump, the confirmation is a significant political win. It adds to his enduring influence over the judiciary and serves as a reminder that his reach continues to shape American institutions, even out of office. It's also a rallying point for his base, many of whom view the courts as key battlegrounds in their broader ideological fight against what they describe as a left-leaning deep state. The Biden administration, for its part, has offered only muted criticism. A White House spokesperson said the president respects the Senate's role in the confirmation process, but expressed grave concerns over the allegations that were not fully investigated before the vote. The spokesperson stopped short of calling for an inquiry but emphasized the importance of judicial integrity. In the legal community, the confirmation has sparked renewed calls for reform. Some are advocating for independent commissions to vet judicial nominees. Others are pushing for term limits on appellate judges or even structural changes to the judiciary to reduce political influence. As Bove prepares to take his oath of office, the stakes couldn't be higher. The Third Circuit Court of Appeals often handles cases that set critical precedents in areas ranging from civil liberties to corporate regulation. With Bove on the bench, the ideological composition of the court shifts, and so too may the trajectory of numerous high-profile legal battles in the years ahead. To his supporters, Bove